Okay, welcome my rock star students, everyone. And today class will be full on English language. Okay, let's start then. Okay. Today topic, as you see here, the topic is here the ammonia gas preparation, the laboratory preparation of ammonia gas, and the logbook 4 marks is confirmed from here. Okay. So let's start here. What are the topics included under this topic, ammonia gas? What are the topics? Let's see here. Number first, the laboratory preparation of ammonia gas. Under this topic, we are going to deal with the principal chemical reaction. The question will be asked like, what are the principal chemical reaction for laboratory preparation of ammonia gas? And under this topic, also the figure of ammonia gas and the collection method, how ammonia gas is collected during the preparation of laboratory preparation of ammonia gas. Okay. Now, moving furthermore here, the test, how ammonia gas will be tested. There are two methods, the litmus paper test and the hydrochloric acid test. Okay, hydrochloric acid test and the litmus paper test. There are two methods to test the ammonia gas. And furthermore, we are going to deal with the physical properties of ammonia. Okay, physical properties of ammonia. And after dealing with the physical properties of ammonia, we are going to deal with the chemical properties of ammonia. And under this topic, we are going to study reaction with water. Okay, and under urea formation, alkali metal. What will happen when ammonia gas react with the alkali metal? Like that type of questions we are going to deal under this topic. And furthermore, see here, reaction with acid, and what do you mean by liquid ammonia? What do you mean by liquid ammonia? And when liquid ammonia react with copper sulfate, what will happen? That will also we are going to deal about. And reaction with oxygen, and at last we will be dealing with the usage of ammonia gas. Okay, let's start the class in English language. Okay, let's start the class. No bakwas, full on class. Wow, no bakwas, full on class. With this slogan, we are going to deal with this chapter. Now, laboratory preparation. Under this topic, we are going to study principle. Okay, principle. Now, what is the main point under the laboratory preparation of ammonia gas is that ammonium chloride. Can you write the ammonia formula of ammonium chloride? Okay, ammonium chloride. What is the formula of ammonium? I'm not asking about ammonia. It is ammonium. So it is what? NH4. And what is the formula of chloride or chlorine? It is Cl. Now valency of ammonia is 1 and valency of chlorine is 1, and when there is crisscross method, it will form what? NH4Cl. It means the formula of ammonium chloride is NH4Cl. And why do you need this ammonium chloride? Because it is the one of the important component during the preparation of ammonia gas. Ammonium chloride, when it reacts with calcium hydroxide, it forms ammonia gas. Okay, what is the formula of calcium hydroxide? Can you recall it? Okay, the formula of calcium hydroxide is CaOH2. Okay, now whenever these two component or these two compound react with each other, it forms what? Ammonia gas. Let's write the full chemical reaction. Okay, see here, when ammonium chloride is heated with calcium hydroxide, it produces ammonia gas, calcium chloride and water. Okay, it is in the language form. Now let's convert this into the chemical reaction form. Okay, see here, what is the chemical reaction here? Ammonium chloride is reacted with or it is heated with calcium hydroxide, and it forms what? Calcium chloride, water and ammonia gas. And to balance this chemical reaction, let's add the 2 here and 2 here. It is now balanced here, adding 2 here. Okay, this is the balanced chemical reaction, or it is the principal chemical reaction for the preparation of ammonia gas. Okay, see here, we study about what? Principal chemical reaction. Now the next topic is the figurative approach of ammonia gas. Let's start. Okay, we got the figure here in the book, and let's analyze the figure. What are the apparatus or what are the materials used in this laboratory preparation of ammonia gas, and what are the probable questions from this figure? Let's see. First, let's observe. This test tube is slightly slanted. Slanted means alikati ke cha ta yo ढल्केको छ. Okay. Now let's see now. Here is the word quicklime. What does this quicklime means? Quicklime means calcium oxide. And here you can see this glass jar. You can see this glass jar. It is what? Inverted. Inverted means ultaएर राखेको छ यसलाई. Okay, यसलाई उल्टाएर राखेको छ, and you can see here the powder form like structure. It is a mixture of what? Mixture of ammonium chloride and calcium hydroxide. And when a mixture of ammonium chloride and calcium hydroxide is heated, the ammonia gas that is produced in this test tube will be transformed through this delivery tube. And after transforming through this delivery tube, it will enter into the lime tower. See here, what do we call it? This is what? Lime tower. And what is the function of lime tower? The function of lime tower is to absorb all the moisture content from that ammonia gas. जुन यहाँबाट ammonia gas निस्केको हुन्छ, यो ammonia gas मा अलि पानीको थोपाहरू पनि हुन्छ, वाटर भ्यापरको कन्टेन्टहरू पनि हुन्छ, र यहाँबाट निस्किदै जाँदाखेरि यदि यो ammonia gas वाटर सँग मिक्स भइहाल्यो भने हामीले ड्राई ammonia gas obtain गर्न सक्दैनौं. So the lime tower or the quicklime is adjusted here in this apparatus, and the function of this lime tower is to absorb all the moisture from that ammonia gas and help us to obtain the dry ammonia gas in this glass jar. Okay, अब यहाँबाट जति पनि जे छ त्यो एमोनिया ग्यासबाट जति पनि मोइस्चरहरु छ सबै यसले के गर्दिन्छ, यहाँबाट वाटरलाई कन्टेन्टलाई यसले यहाँ एब्जर्ब गर्दिन्छ। एब्जर्ब गरिसकेपछि यहाँबाट उडेर जाने भनेको के छ भन्दाखेरि एमोनिया ग्यास मात्र छ। भनेपछि ड्राई एमोनिया ग्यास अब्टेन गर्ने तरिका चाहिँ यो रहेछ। Now let's see, the next question will be like this, why dry ammonia gas is obtained in inverted glass? हेर त यहाँ उल्टाएर राखेको छ कि छैन? It is inverted here. And why? Because anything that is lighter than air, for example water vapor moves upward. Water vapor moves where? Water vapor moves upward. It doesn't move in the downward direction. Why? Because water vapor is lighter than air. So ammonia gas is also lighter than air, so it is collected by the inverted glass jar method. यसलाई के गरेर राखेको छ, उल्टाएर राखेको छ। एमोनिया ग्यास हलुका हुन्छ, हलुका ग्यास माथितिर जान्छ, यसलाई यसरी सिधा पारेर राख्यो भने कहिले पनि कलेक्टेड हुँदैन। सो ड्राई एमोनिया ग्यास इज अलवेज कलेक्टेड बाय व्हाट? इन्भर्टेड ग्लास जार मेथड और डाउनवर्ड डिस्प्लेसमेंट of air. Why we call the downward displacement of air? Because when the dry ammonia gas moves upward, the air present here in the top that will be displaced toward the downside, or it will be displaced downward. Because यो एमोनिया ग्यास माथितिर गइरहेको छ, यहाँबाट के छ त हावाहरुलाई मुनितिर धकेल्छ कि धकेल्दैन त? धकेल्छ। सो ड्राई एमोनिया ग्यास इज obtained by downward displacement of what? Air. Downward displacement of air भनेर क्वेशन्सहरु सोध्न सकिन्छ। क्वेशन्सहरु अझै छ, जस्तै फर एक्जाम्पल why this test tube is slanted? Why this test tube is slanted? Because when we heat the mixture of ammonium chloride and calcium hydroxide, the steam भनेको बाफ है, the steam that is present अथवा that is produced here will transfer toward this bottom side. See here, that will transfer toward this the mouth of the test tube. Mouth of the test tube तिर ट्रान्सफर हुन्छ। मैले भनेको बुझ, whenever we heat this mixture, the water vapor that is generated or that is produced from this mixture, that will be transferred toward the mouth of this test tube and it is converted into what? Water form. अब यसलाई स्ल्यान्टेड नराखेको भए के हुन्थ्यो भन्दाखेरि त्यहाँ स्टीम प्रेसर हुन्थ्यो। स्टीम प्रेसर भनेको त्यहाँबाट जुन भ्यापर प्रेसर हुन्थ्यो त्यो भ्यापर प्रेसरले यसलाई के गरिदिन सक्छ? इट क्यान ब्रस्ट आउट दिस टेस्ट ट्युब। ओके, इट क्यान ब्रस्ट आउट दिस टेस्ट ट्युब। सो द टेस्ट ट्युब इज केप्ट स्ल्यान्टेड इन दिस स्ट्रक्चर। हामीले यसरी बुझ्नुपर्छ। ल अब यो फिगरलाई हामीले जति बुझ्यौं यसबाट सोधिने क्वेशन्सहरु पनि हामीले अब डिल आउट गर्छौं। ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट, बट लेट्स ट्राई टु मेन्टेन इंग्लिश ल्याङ्ग्वेज। ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट अगेन इन इंग्लिश ल्याङ्ग्वेज। ओके, लेट्स सी द फिगर हियर। The question number 1 from this figure, why the test tube is slanted? We already discussed why the test tube is slanted. I'm going to write the answer here. Please follow that. Okay, see here now. What is the answer here? The answer is the test tube is slanted to prevent the test tube from bursting out. See here, bursting out बाट बचाउनको लागि चाहिँ टेस्ट ट्युबलाई के गरिएको हुन्छ? स्ल्यान्टेड गरिएको हुन्छ, फुट्नबाट बचाउँछ यसले यहाँ। So the slanted test tube helps to collect the water vapor in liquid form. It means the heat provided at this end of this glass tube or test tube, the water vapor formed here will be cooled down and it will be form into liquid form at this end. It means it reduces the what? Vapor pressure inside the test tube. Inside the test tube, the vapor pressure is reduced. As a result, the test tube prevented from bursting out. Otherwise, if it is not slanted, then there will be lots of water vapor, or there will be the vapor inside the test tube, as a result of which the test tube will be what? Burst out. Okay, let's see now. We write the same thing here. As the slanted test tube helps to collect the water vapor in liquid form, and steam pressure what decreases, and it also helps to decreases the what? Steam pressure. So steam pressure पनि डिक्रिज गरायो र वाटर भ्यापरलाई पनि लिक्विड फर्ममा कन्भर्ट गराएको छ, जसको कारणले के भएको छ भन्दाखेरि टेस्ट ट्युब ब्रस्टिङ आउट हुनबाट बचाएको छ। त्यही भएर चाहिँ हामीले टेस्ट ट्युबलाई कसरी राखेको छ? स्ल्यान्टेड फर्ममा राखेको छ। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेशन। Okay, the next question here is why the lime tower is used भनेछ। Now why lime tower is used? From the figure, let's say the steam or the water vapor that is converted into liquid form, that will be transferred toward what? Lime tower. And in this condition, the water vapor, if it is not absorbed, or if it is not absorbed by the lime tower, we will not be able to collect the what? Dry ammonia gas. We will not be able to collect what? Dry ammonia gas. So the primary function of this lime tower is to absorb the moisture from the ammonia gas and help us to obtain the what? Dry ammonia gas. Okay, the primary function is that. Let's write it. Okay, see here, The answer is lime tower is used to absorb the moisture from the ammonia gas. As we discussed in the figure, the moisture from the ammonia gas is absorbed by the lime tower and it helps to obtain the what? Dry ammonia. Okay, why lime tower is used? The answer is that. Okay, now let's move into the next question. Okay, let's see what is the next question here. How ammonia gas is collected? Ammonia gas like कसरी collect गरिन्छ? In case of, can you recall in case of carbon dioxide gas, we use the glass but in the erect condition. In what? Erect condition. But in case of this ammonia gas, what is the condition here? The glass jar is totally inverted. यसलाई उल्टो पारेर राखेको छ. तर कार्बन डाइअक्साइडको ग्यासको केसमा के थियो भन्दाखेरि त्यसलाई सुल्टो पारेर राखेको थियो. अब why ammonia gas is collected by inverted glass jar method? Why? Because ammonia gas is lighter than air. Simple as that. Okay, ammonia gas is what? Lighter than air. And how is it collected? What will you write in that question? How ammonia gas is collected? What will be your answer then? Ammonia gas is collected by downward displacement of air. See here, when the dry ammonia gas is obtained and when it traveled in upward direction, the air already occupying at that top position, that will start to move down. Okay, that will start to displace toward the downward direction. So ammonia gas is collected by downward displacement of air. By what? By downward displacement of air. यसले माथि भरिएको एयरलाई मुनितिर धकेल्छ र आफू जबरजस्ती माथितिर जान्छ. किन? यो ग्यास हलुका हुन्छ र आफ्नो ठाउँ यसले माथितिर ओगट्छ र यहाँ भएको माथिको एयरलाई के गर्छ त यसले यहाँबाट जबरजस्ती मुनितिर धकेलेर पठाउँछ. So let's write the answer. Okay, let's keep the answer very simple. Ammonia gas is collected by inverted gas jar method and by downward displacement of air. As simple as that. Okay, the answer should be very logical and very simple, to the point answer you should present in your examination. Okay, now let's enter the next topic. Okay, the next topic here is the test. How ammonia gas is tested? How will you identify that the obtained gas in the gas jar or that glass jar is ammonia? Ammonia नै हो भनेर चाहिँ कसरी पत्ता लगाउने भन्दाखेरि, the first method here is litmus paper test. Which test? Litmus paper test. You must have listened this litmus paper test if you have watched out the carbon dioxide gas video. Okay, I have already discussed about the litmus paper test in that video in detail, but in Nepali language. Okay, now but we are going to deal in English language. So let's be active. Litmus paper test. Okay, litmus paper test मा हामीले यहाँ हेर्ने के बुझ्न सकिन्छ भन्दाखेरि red litmus एउटा हुन्छ and another one, which one? Blue litmus. And you need to identify here is ammonia is acidic or basic. As we already discussed, carbon dioxide gas is what? Acidic in nature. Why? Because carbon dioxide gas react with water to form what? Carbonic acid. But what in case of ammonia, sir? Ammonia, in case of ammonia, what happened then? In case of ammonia, whenever ammonia reacts with, ammonia means what? NH3. Whenever ammonia reacts with water, it form what? Ammonium hydroxide. What does it form? It form what? Ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH. NH4OH, okay? See here, NH4OH. Now, sir, what is this NH4OH? Is it acidic or it is acidic or basic? You must be clear that NH4OH, whenever you see the term OH, then you must be clear that it is what? Basic in nature. Okay, it is what? Basic. Now, whenever you keep the, it is, now let's see here, it is acid and here is what? Base. Now, we already discussed that acid is very dangerous. So, danger sign is always given by what? Red sign, R. And with whatever litmus paper you keep inserted into this acid, it will always change into what? Red color. And whenever you keep any kind of paper, red litmus paper or blue litmus paper into the basic solution, it will always be converted into blue. Like that, see here, what the first letter of base is B. So you can memorize this with this trick. Like that, in any paper that is inserted into the base, that will be what? Blue. Now, as you know, the ammonia gas is what? Basic in nature. So whenever you insert a red litmus paper into basic solution, it will be converted into what? Blue color. It will be converted into what? Blue color. And whenever you keep that, insert that blue litmus paper into this basic solution, it will be also converted into what? Blue. It means the no change in color in case of blue. But if it is a red litmus paper, then it will obviously be converted into what? Blue color if the solution is basic. But let's see here, in case of acidic condition, if you keep the red litmus paper into acid, then it will be always be red. It will be always be what? Red. And if you insert blue litmus paper into acid, it will be converted into red. And acidic condition was for what? Carbon dioxide gas. Okay, students, are you with me? Are you connected? See here, red litmus paper in case of Acid was for what? Acidic condition was for what? Carbon dioxide gas. But basic condition will be what? That will be for what? Ammonia condition. And now, how will you define this then? How will you write this in the in proper systematic order? Let's see. Okay, I presented here the systematic and proper way of writing. See here, if a wet red litmus paper is treated with ammonium hydroxide, it turns out to be blue. And in this flowchart form also, you need to mention in your examination wet red litmus paper when it is treated with NH4OH. The NH4OH, which means basic in nature, that will always be converting into what? Blue color. Okay, it will be converting into what? Blue color. Okay, can you understand this? Litmus paper test means this for what? Ammonia gas. And now see here, the next test method for hydrochloric acid. What is the next test method for? How will be testing? Method number 2. Ammonia gas react with concentrated hydrochloric acid. See here, the next testing point or next testing method for ammonia gas is what? Ammonia gas react with concentrated hydrochloric acid to form white cloud of ammonium chloride. It forms white cloud. Fume जस्तै आउँछ. एमोनिया ग्यास र हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिडलाई तिमीले रिएक्सन गर्ने बित्तिकै कस्तो आउँछ भन्दाखेरि त्यहाँ फिज जस्तै आउँछ, एकदम ठुलो क्लाउड जस्तै देखिन्छ. त्यसलाई हामीले के भन्छौं? एमोनियम क्लोराइड भन्छौं. लेट्स राइट इन द रिएक्सन फर्म. Okay, can you see this? The reaction I have presented here, the reaction here. Ammonia, when it reacts with the conc HCl, what does this conc means? Conc means concentrated hydrochloric acid. It forms the white cloud of what? Ammonium chloride. It is in the white color, white fume or white cloud of ammonium chloride. This will be also the one of the important test method for the ammonia gas. One test method was what? Litmus paper test. And in case of the litmus paper, can you recall what was the point there? The point was blue litmus paper. Okay, blue litmus paper, wet blue litmus paper, or what we need to discuss here? Wet red litmus paper. Sorry, wet red litmus paper is treated with ammonium hydroxide. It turns out to be blue. Litmus paper test. One method is litmus paper test, and another method is what? Hydrochloric acid test. This was the two methods for the testing the ammonia gas. Now the next topic is physical properties of ammonia gas. What are the physical properties of ammonia gas? Let's point out. Okay, I have presented here the point. See here, it is lighter than air. है हावा भन्दा के हुन्छ? यो हलुका हुन्छ. अर्को के छ? नेक्स्ट पोइन्ट here is it has irritating pungent smell. है यसको कस्तो हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि it is सुँग्दाखेरि कस्तो छ त? एकदम नाक पोल्ने कुहिएको अन्डा जस्तो गनाउने टाइपको. This has a very irritating pungent smell. Okay, the next point is it is highly soluble in water. Okay, see here, it is highly soluble in water. These are the points. Okay, these are the points that you can consider in the physical properties of ammonia. Okay, now let's enter into the next point. Chemical properties of ammonia. Okay, the first point here is liquid ammonia. Under the chemical properties of ammonia, we are going to discuss about what? Liquid ammonia. What do you mean by liquid ammonia? Liquid ammonia means what? NH4OH. What is this NH4OH? This means ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. Now, how liquid ammonia is formed? It also comes under the what? Chemical properties of ammonia. When ammonia reacts with water, it forms what? When ammonia reacts with water, it forms what? Ammonium hydroxide or liquid ammonia. That's as simple as that. Okay, it is what? Liquid ammonia. Liquid ammonia. The question will be asked like that: how liquid ammonia is formed, and your answer must be presented in this reaction-wise form. Ammonia, this is ammonia, this is water. When these both are reacted, it forms what? Ammonium hydroxide, to which we also call liquid ammonia. Okay, next point. Okay, next point here is urea formation. Okay, it also comes under the chemical properties of ammonia. Now, whenever ammonia reacts with carbon dioxide gas, we already discussed this point in carbon dioxide gas preparation also. Whenever ammonia gas react with carbon dioxide gas under a high temperature, under above or about 1500 degrees Celsius, it forms urea. And what is the formula of urea? NH2 CO NH2. It forms urea plus water. Urea plus water. Now, how urea is formed? Whenever question asks like this, how urea is formed, the answer must be presented in this form. When ammonia gas react with carbon dioxide gas under a high temperature about 1500 degrees Celsius, it forms urea. And what is the formula of urea? NH2 CO NH2. And what is this dash like structure you present in between this? This is the bone. Okay, this dash structure is called what? Bone. And urea formation reaction goes like this. We enter into the next topic, and the next topic here is reaction with acid. What happens when ammonia react with acid? It always form salt, and those salt are used as fertilizer in the field. Okay, let's see the reaction, and we will be discussing further on this topic. Okay, see here, this is ammonia and it is reacting with what? Acid, H2SO4. What is it? H2SO4 means what? Sulfuric acid. It is sulfuric acid. Now ammonia reacts with sulfuric acid to get what? Ammonium sulfate. What is that? Ammonium sulfate. Now how will you write the ammonium sulfate here? NH4, NH4 to SO4. And how does this come, sir? Okay, this all the basic concept is included in under the chapter basics of chemistry. Basics of chemistry. If you are facing difficulty to understand this type of compound or molecular formula, you must face that chemistry first class or chemistry basic class I already uploaded in my channel. Now see here, whenever ammonia react with acid, it forms the corresponding salt. For example, here is sulfate, it is sulfate salt. Sir, for example, if there was chloride, if there is chloride, then what will it form? It will obviously form what? Chloride salt. Can you deal with one more example? Let's deal. Okay, see here, what to write here? Ammonia and hydrochloric acid. The first example also includes the what? Acid, sulfuric acid, and the second example is also including what? Ammonia and acid. And the obvious result, the result will be what? Chloride salt. Here is what the result was here, the sulfate salt, and here the result will be what? Chloride salt. And what is the formula here? NH4Cl. NH4Cl. Tell me the name of this formula. What is the formula here? It is ammonium chloride. What does it form? Ammonium chloride. The question will be asked in your SE examination like that. What happens when ammonia reacts with sulfuric acid? What happens when ammonia reacts with hydrochloric acid? You must present your answer in language form also and in reaction form also to get the full out of full marks. Can you deal? Now let's move in next topic. Okay, let's see here. What happens when ammonia reacts with alkali metal? Alkali metal. What are the example of alkali metal? Can you say me? What are the example of alkali metal? The alkali metals are sodium and what? Potassium. Sodium means Na and potassium means what? K. And what happens when these two elements or any of one elements react with ammonia gas? Let's see the example here. Okay, it forms sodium amide. What does it form? It forms sodium amide. Now you must see here, it forms what? Sodium amide, and it's in short form we write here what? Soda amide. Soda amide. And what is the molecular formula of sodium amide or sodamide? Is NaNH2. NaNH2. Now see here, what we write here? NaNH2, sodium amide. Whenever alkali metals like sodium or potassium reacts with ammonia gas, it forms what? Sodium amide or sodamide. Okay, and plus hydrogen gas. Plus hydrogen gas. Okay, see now this is what? Sodamide. Sodamide. Is it clear? Now can you balance the chemical reaction here? How many hydrogen are here? 3. Here is 2 and here is 2. It means hydrogen, the number of hydrogen is 4 here in this right hand side, and the number of hydrogen is 3. Now if I write here 2 3s are 6, and if I also add here 2 2s are 4 and 2 is 6. Okay, hydrogen is balanced here. Now the turn for sodium, the number of sodium atoms in the right hand side is 2 and the number of here is 1, so I write here add here 2. Now is it balanced here, everyone? Nitrogen, how many nitrogen atom is present in the left hand side? Left hand side the nitrogen atom is 2, and here also in the right hand side also the number of nitrogen atom is what? 2. Now it is balanced. The main question here is that what happens when sodium react with ammonia, and your answer must be presented in this form, in the language form also and in the what? Reaction form also. When sodium reacts with ammonia gas, it form what? Sodamide. Okay, sodamide, and you must present this reaction also in your answer sheet. Now let's move to the next topic. Okay, the last topic here is what? Reaction with oxygen. Now when ammonia reacts with oxygen, what happens? When ammonia reacts with oxygen, it forms nitrogen plus what? It forms nitrogen plus water. Now to balance this chemical reaction, you need to understand here. For example, here let's balance the hydrogen here. We must balance the hydrogen. First here, hydrogen, what is the number of hydrogen here? 2. And what is the number of hydrogen here? 3. Now to balance this kind of reaction, you must exchange this 2 here and this 3 here. Now see here, 3 2s are 6, hydrogen balance. Here also 2 3s are 6, hydrogen balance. The number of nitrogen is here. How many number of nitrogen is here? 2. And the number of nitrogen is also here 2. Now it's also balanced. But the number of oxygen here is 3, and here how many number of oxygen? 2. Now to balance this, you must do what? 3 divided by 2. Okay, we add here how many? 3 by 2, but the oxygen number was already 2 here, so this 2 and this 2 get cancelled, and what is the number of oxygen here? 3. What is the number of oxygen here? 3. but we cannot write in the fraction form. To remove this fraction form, we multiply all by 2. See here, 2 to the 4 and as 3. Now when we multiply this also by 2, it gets cancelled out and 3 or 2. Now when we multiply here also 2, it gets what, 2 and 2, and we multiply here with 2, it gets what, 6H2O. Okay, see here, to balance this oxygen, the number of oxygen in the right hand side is 3, but the number of oxygen in right hand side was what, 2. So to balance this, we add here what, 3 by 2. When we add here 3 by 2, this 2 and this 2 get cancelled out, and what is the number of oxygen here, 3, and the number of oxygen is also what here, 3. Now in like that we balance the oxygen atom, but we cannot keep this in the fraction form. To remove this fraction form, we multiply all the atom or all the compound by what, 2. We multiply all, 2 to the 4. Now these 2 get cancelled out because we multiply here 2 to remove this fraction form. Now here also we multiply by 2, it comes here like this, and now 3 into 2, it comes here like this. So this is our chemical balance, chemical reaction. What happens when ammonia reacts with oxygen? Your answer must be presented in this balanced chemical form and obviously in language form also. Okay, when ammonia reacts with oxygen, it forms what, nitrogen gas. Simple as that. But to balance this chemical reaction, you must understand this logic. Otherwise you may end up in difficulty. Okay, let's see. Okay, the next topic here is uses of ammonia. What are the uses of ammonia then? Ammonia, you might have heard ammonia gas is used in refrigerator, right? Ammonia gas is used in refrigerator as the compressed ammonia gas absorb the heat from the vegetables or the materials that is kept inside the fridge. So the first point here is what, ammonia gas is used in refrigerator. Okay, let's keep it simple. And the next point can be, it is used in fertilizer like urea formation, and also it is used in blueprints of map. You know, blueprints of map. For blueprints of map also ammonia gas is used. And blueprints of map, for the blueprints of map ammonia gas is used. And also the liquid ammonia. What is that liquid ammonia? Can you recall it? Liquid ammonia means what? NH4OH. Okay, what is that? Liquid ammonia means what? NH4OH. It is used for cleaning the tiles. It is used for what? Cleaning the tiles, glass, and you know the grease. To remove the grease, we use the what? Liquid ammonia is used. Okay, now these are the uses of ammonia gas, and you keep on practicing the questions from the Old is Gold book, Old is Gold practice book. You continue practicing the question from that book, and if you find out any kind of difficulties in solving the question, please comment down. I will be responding you. Okay, this much for today. We will be meeting in the next class. Okay, thank you class. Bye bye.